The following takes place in an alternate movieverse on the eve of issue 144. Events occur in real time.
No, actually, I'm all good for now. I'm just gonna browse around the store real quick.
Well, let me know if a delicious monster like yourself needs any help.
Oh, okay. Ow! Okay. Oh. Cool.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I was actually looking for something Star Wars related. Maybe you can help me out with that.
I have just the thing.
Star Wars!
What's up, bruh? Ego limp. They come for the limp. Yes.
Yes, Master!
Star Wars. Give me Star Wars.
I have a keyring.
Yeah.
I don't carry any keys.
Hit something else. He's simple.
Comic?
Comic.
It's the 21st century. Who reads?
Who reads? You read?
No.
You read.
Okay.
Who taught you to read? You tell me who it is, I kill them. Get the good stuff.
Okay. The most prized possession we have, sir.
Oh. You didn't find the girl in the back, did you?
No, sir.
Okay, go in. What girl?
She was fast asleep, yeah.
Okay.
Is that the Darksaber? That's so cool. I actually have one at home.
Useless. You're useless. You're useless. Awkward.
Look, man, I'm gonna make this real easy for you, okay? I don't really want to support a store that treats their employees like that, so I'm going to head out, alright? Wait! No, I'm gonna go. I'm done with this place. But I haven't sucked you dry yet! What the fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm out of here, alright? You can take your creepy, weird vampirism stuff. No, not again!
Why? Why do they always leave?
I can make a quick suggestion. The whole sucking thing doesn't work.
But I did want to suck him dry.
That's about money.
No, it was about his blood.
Oh, are you a real vampire?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do I get a raise?
Sure.
Okay.
Recording at 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California at Undercity Comics. Keeping Up with the Nerds presents issue 144. My name is Bryan.
Rene.
And welcome to the show. Can you clap? No? Oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. Yeah. What is this? What? I thought you were going to at least snap.
No, that's a clap.
That's a clap? Yeah, he's being hateful. He's being hateful. Nick, I think I found your doppelganger.
Why?
What do you mean, why? So I listened to this podcast called The Yard. All right. And one of the guys there.
You brought this up the other day.
I did. I did. And I finally found the clip. And I want people to decide.
Are you going to play it on?
Yes.
Are they going to demonetize this because we're using theirs?
No, because it's going to be a minute. It's fine. What are they going to do? We're literally nobody. They're going to take like what?
Whatever you say.
Fine. All right. Yeah, it's fine. We're going to play the clip. And I want
it.
people to see. I want people to comment down below. Okay. Is this Nick? All right. Is this Nick? Is this a good depiction of him? Because I think that this is you.
You mean, is this my character? Yes.
Yeah, this is the person on the podcast is not you.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you know he's also British?
He's from New Zealand. He's New Zealand. He's New Zealand. All right, play the clip. Let's see.
You know who told me about this show?
Yeah.
Who loves it?
Who?
Out of the blue, I was having a call with COO of Mogul Moves, Nick Allen. He's like, by the way, I love that Schlatt show.
Trick Allen himself.
Don't call him Trick
with
Allen.
His big old
You
huge
work with him.
dumper.
What? That is so sexually inappropriate.
Why is it sexually inappropriate?
Do you really
Tell me why?
Because you just
We
said.
call him Thick Allen.
Stop continuing in whispers. You have to treat everybody at the company with a little dignity and respect. No Trick Allens or Thick Allens. Don't laugh at that.
Do you need a PR firm?
Let's see.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's not PR. We need an HR firm.
I'm HR.
No, you're not.
I sign people up for
you
health
are
insurance.
HR?
Yeah.
No, he's not HR. He's
Yeah.
not HR.
Wow.
I sign people. Hey, you
He's
want health
HR.
insurance?
Oh.
You want a
no,
job?
I'm good.
HR, does this stop offering people health insurance?
Oh, we got it.
What? Also, I did that joke before he did.
That's
true. I did that joke
That's true.
way before he did.
No, they've been doing it for a while.
But look at the
But you
date on
never-
that one.
I know.
I did that joke.
They've been doing this for a while. They've been doing this for a while.
Just
He's
saying.
been-
I don't want. I don't want people to go like, "Oh, that's where Nick got the joke from."
Nick No, stole is that it- joke.
No. When was? Look at the date on that.
This
Look at the
was
date.
this was this last week's episode.
There you go.
Yeah.
Last week I did that like a year and a half ago. So you know what? They're robbing me.
Technically speaking, they've only done the show for about a year and a half because they're on episode 90 and it's a weekly show. So if you did it like a year and a half ago to 2 years, then yeah, you were the original person who made this whole HR
Exactly.
thing.
He's not my. Which one? He's copying me. He saw this and he's copying me.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. I'm offended.
What do you mean you're offended?
I'm offended.
Now all of a sudden you're gonna
He
be
stole my shtick. I'm gonna put it in their comments.
the
Stole
moment
this
I
from
heard
me.
it that he calls the one of his people that he works with Thick Allen. I was just like, God dang, dude,
no,
this
I
is
know
totally
why.
Nick.
That's because for the longest time I was calling Bryan Dump Truck.
Yeah, exactly.
I was calling Bryan Dump Truck.
Is that you didn't get the connection?
I
Because
mean-
you say a lot. Like, here's the thing, okay?
So
I don't know how far this
really
our brand's
quick.
going to be. No, not real
No,
quick.
no, real
What do you
quick.
mean real quick?
So I was explaining it for the audience.
They know. They know the lore.
Not
Some people
everybody.
know the lore, and people don't need to know the lore.
I think they do.
They don't need to know how
I
inappropriate you are.
feel
dude.
that Bryan has a really big dumper.
No, listen.
And and you know what? It's quite big. It knocks things over as he's like walking through places. So I immediately
Why?
started calling him dump truck.
see-
and then on my phone, if my phone wasn't recording right now, I'd show you. It's a Tonka truck. It's a Tonka truck
with the name.
with the name Dump Truck
Yeah,
underneath it.
which you still haven't changed.
Which is so funny because the other day I was trying to get a hold of Bryan when me and you were hanging out. And I was like, man, I need to call Bryan. Hold on. And then I typed in Bryan and my phone didn't show it up.
No.
And I went, oh, that's right. And then I typed in dump truck and then it immediately popped up. It's a little
Nick,
Tonka truck too. It's funny.
I need you to understand something. If
What?
this ever becomes a legitimate company, right?
I'm gonna call you Thick Bryan. I hope there's two Bryans.
Why?
I hope we have a
Why?
Bryan who's small. So that way I can call
Where are you going with this?
That way I can call him Mini Bryan. And then I
No,
call
you
and then I
cannot
can
call
you
people
thick,
in
and
a
I can call you thick,
professional setting.
Thick Bryan.
You cannot call people
and
names.
then I'll call Rene Master. And then
What?
and that way we can get this like Dom thing kind of going on. But you know, I don't. Ooh,
Are you done?
No, wait. Can I call?
You're not calling anyone
I'm gonna
nothing.
start calling Brian Igor.
No,
That'd be
what
good.
the hell? What are you talking about, dude? Welcome back to the show,
That's
everyone.
you.
Issue 144 of
that's-
Keeping Up with
it's
the
gonna be you.
We're
Nerds.
6 minutes in. And
Yeah,
we're talking about slaves.
By-
slaves.
Hold on. How is that slaves? What?
Servant stuff.
He's a servant. Yes, he's a servant. What are you talking
No
about?
one wants
no
to
one
talk
brought
about
up
your
slavery.
fetishes.
You
Go
brought
ahead and
up
check us out on our
You
website
said
at
master. You said you were gonna call me
keepingupwiththenerds.com.
master.
Check out our socials,
Oh, that's-
Instagram,
that's-
Facebook,
that's
and
sex
Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not yet subscribed. Also, check out our audio platforms like Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Yeah.
Also,
and Podbean.
if you're listening to this, you didn't turn in your taxes. You're late. You're late.
What does
They
that
were
matter?
due yesterday.
As of recording. Right?
What?
Or were
no,
they due on
as
Tuesday?
They were due on Tuesday.
Also,
God,
as of
why
right
do you
now.
Why do you ruin everything?
Because I
Oh
did my
God.
taxes earlier, dude.
Why do you ruin
No one
everything?
cares. People should have done their taxes.
Because you know how much people forget.
Well, that sucks.
I told
That's
Monica.
not my problem.
I told Monica the other day. I was like, "Hey, did you finish your taxes yet?" She goes, "Nah, they're not due for a while."
That sounds like
I go,
her problem.
you know they're due Tuesday, right? She's like, "Oh God, they're due Tuesday."
Did you do your taxes?
Yeah, mine's already done.
All right, so there you go. Problem solved. I don't know why you need to bring it up. Who cares? Let people be late. That's the IRS's problem.
So we saw Renfield.
What? when there's a funny bit and then like you see it flying through the air, what possesses?
It's not a
you
funny bit. When are taxes funny to you?
to poop on it? Like
No, but when are taxes funny to you?
because I wanted people to freak out, and then you jump
They're
on.
listening. They're like, ah!
Yeah,
Like,
You
exactly.
just caused an accident on the freeway, dude.
I good.
What do you mean? No.
Someone's on the pavement right now listening to the podcast. Just from the accident that Nick caused. Good.
You deserve it. You didn't finish your taxes on time. That's
Yeah.
your fault.
On the bottom.
Now you're gonna
irresponsible.
hear the whisper
Just-
of the ambulance
Oh
slowly coming
my
up to
God.
you.
You're very irresponsible.
Stay away from the light.
You know what?
Actually, go to the light.
Go towards it. I'm gonna be controversial. Go towards it.
What? You're already controversial, dude. You're the one that says sexually inappropriate stuff.
No, it would
Like
be
what?
sexually inappropriate if he said that the angels were thick.
Or ooh, Jesus thick.
Ooh, yeah.
Stop.
Jesus is thick.
Now you've pissed off another demographic,
It's the
dude.
beard.
How's your day been, Rene?
Would you consider Jesus?
No,
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 Jesus is
we're
a-
not.
is
We're
a
not
zaddy.
doing this.
He
We're
would
not
be a
doing,
zaddy.
dude.
Yeah.
We're
He'd be
not
a
doing
zaddy.
this.
Yeah, he'd be a
Oh
zaddy.
my goodness, dude.
Because you know he walked through the desert for 40 years. He must be muscular as hell.
40
And
days.
he always turns the other
40 days.
Whatever. It was 40 of something.
40.
40 of something.
40
It was
40 cycles.
It's like one of those. What was it? It's like the P90X. You know?
What?
It's P90X but desert.
P90X of the
Just in
what was
desert.
it? Yeah, in the what desert was it?
I don't know.
I don't know
Was
geography.
this a better conversation starter for you than last week when we were talking about death?
No, we
Yeah,
could
it wasn't
we
as
could still-
awkward.
We could still talk about that.
Yeah.
I know
we
it
could.
was less awkward. I mean,
For
it was.
you realized that the conversation was only awkward for you, right?
was
no,
it
for no
was
one
it,
else?
Was it not awkward for? If it wasn't awkward for anybody else, that's fine. But I mean, it was just Debbie Downers over here, just going like, "Oh,
Okay, how about this? Final meal. What would be your final meal?
what would
I
be
don't
my
know, dude.
final meal?"
Your final meal.
But
I thought you were gonna say my final meal, but
Damn, I got a towel here.
conveniently
I know.
I mean,
on his book too.
That was one page.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
so
It
happy.
says butt, dude. Dude, these pages are thick, though. Nothing else got away.
Hey, man, you can't objectify the book. If I can't objectify you, you can't objectify the
Shut
book.
up, dude. What's your last meal?
Huh?
What would be your final meal?
I don't know, Taco Bell.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What? Misery loves misery or what?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
With
I haven't
the-
thought
with-
about it.
with-
I haven't thought
with the
about
can-
death. Why would I
The
think about
can
death
of
right
Mountain Dew or what? Like,
now? Yeah, exactly.
Nice
A
shotgun
big old
that.
gallon of Mountain Dew pitch black.
Well, that's just that's how he goes. He puts it
Yeah.
in a syringe. Take
Put it in a
doing the
blender.
do.
Put it in a blender through a feeding tube.
Replace
God.
my entire blood with
You guys are
Mountain Dew
monsters.
pitch black.
I think for me, it would be. It's like a mix of everything for me. It would be for breakfast. I think it would be like pancakes, bacon, and sausage.
And then you put it all in a
In a
burrito.
You put it in a
In a
blender.
blender. You
Put it
make
in a blender and you just drink
pancake
it like a
burrito
smoothie?
with
Make a
bacon and
pancake. I've
sausage.
done that before.
Oh yeah,
What?
no, we've all done that.
Have you
You would.
get a pancake and just put everything in there, roll it up, and just eat it?
Like a burrito?
Yeah.
Yeah, the monsters.
Why,
Sounds
dude?
good.
Why? Everything we do that isn't yours,
You
we're
didn't let me
monsters.
You didn't
for
let
it.
me finish. I said you guys are monsters. It sounds delicious. Because you jumped to conclusions.
What's your final meal?
It's a board that can jump to conclusions. If you guys got that reference, you're welcome.
I'd ask Taco
what-
Bell to bring back the double decker taco.
Wait, can I have everything?
No.
I mean, I can have anything. I
No,
want.
you can
No,
yes,
just,
anything you
okay,
want.
anything you can have anything you want, no matter what time frame it is and stuff like that. Like I would want Chinese food from a local Chinese food restaurant that was in La Habra called Genuine Wok.
I want baby seal.
Jesus Christ.
I want a baby seal.
So dumb. Why can't you be normal,
A
dude?
fresh-born
Why
baby
can't you
seal.
be normal?
Freshborn baby.
You
seal.
literally cannot be normal, can you?
just because that way, you know, they're like, oh man, what was his final meal? Baby seal. Damn.
Dude.
That guy belongs to go to hell.
Yeah.
Well,
That way
listen,
when I get there, I can tell Hitler.
guys, we have a packed show for you today. We're gonna be talking about Renfield.
Yeah.
We went to go see that movie last night, so it's a
Yes.
quick little mini review.
Yes.
And then we're also going to be talking about the massive reveals that
Oh, wow, that
HBO has had
Juicy.
Yeah.
over the last week, because there's a lot of name changes and a lot of things were dropped on one specific day for whatever reason, but it was pretty interesting.
HBO is like,
HBO just decided to they dedicated themselves hard to this name change.
yeah.
They were just like, we don't care what you guys are saying, we're doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna be called Max.
Max what?
Just Max.
Just Max.
Just
Max
Max.
Rebo.
It's gonna have HBO. It's gonna have
is
Adult
it?
Swim.
You know what's
it's gonna
funny?
have
It sounds like a porn site.
Cinemax. I'm just kidding.
It sounds like a porn
Everything
site.
there. It does. I think I have
Sounds
a
like a-
problem. Yeah.
It sounds like a porn site.
Max.com.
Max.com. Yeah, it sounds like that's a very questionable credit card
It
transaction.
does.
You have a credit card transaction from Max.com.
But before we move on to those big topics, ladies and gentlemen,
Max.com? Who's Max?
before we talk about those topics, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about some comic strips. If you're not familiar with this show or this portion of the show, it is a small portion of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 15 to 5 minute conversation. I know I said those numbers the other way around, but they don't merit a 15 to 5 minute conversation because, they're not really topics that have a lot of information.
I thought you were going to say they're like not real topics. I'm like, what are we talking about?
How did you correct yourself and then fail again? Like that's
Today, we're bagging on me. I'm not going to say, anything.
how did you mess that up? You knew you messed it up and then you repeated it. All right, anyway,
Don't
go.
merit a 5 to 15 minute conversation because
Thank
Nick
you.
tangents off.
What's the
Like now.
ad free?
Oh, we'll talk about that in a bit. Don't get ahead of the
I'm
topics.
sorry, I'm just
Don't get
looking
ahead
at
of the
it.
topics. Don't
It's
worry
already-
about
'cause
that.
I already paid
All
this
right.
amount.
Oh, I know. I do too. Anyways, moving on.
Can you look it
Futurama.
up?
No, stop. We are talking about comic strips, Nick.
I am
You already
talking
started tangenting. We're not even 5 seconds into the show.
How did I tangent? You asked me a
You
question.
were just scroll down.
I didn't say scroll down. I said
Futurama.
Look it all up.
Is releasing this summer on Hulu.
Cool.
Yeah. Does that mean that a trailer's dropping soon?
No.
Wait, the whole series or the new season?
I don't know. I think it's the revival, but I think because it's going on Hulu.
Is all the
It's
voice,
not the season.
voice actors coming back?
Yes,
I
the
know
biggest
that.
issue was what's his name? John DiMaggio or the guy that plays Bender?
Oh, Bender?
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the big one,
Yeah, he was Bender.
and he is coming back.
He's
Okay.
But-
he was also Marcus Phoenix.
What
yes,
was he?
he was.
If I
But
watched
there
the
was
show, I would know who that is.
Gears of War.
Gears of War. It's the main character in Gears.
So he was the big one because supposedly he wasn't getting paid enough to show up again.
He's a pretty big voice actor.
He's a pretty big voice actor, but the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't know. Nothing was disclosed as far as I know,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that it wasn't a respectable amount for him to come back.
This
So-
is chump change.
Yeah, so a lot of the voice actors were like, "No, if he doesn't want to come back, then you can't force him to."
Yeah.
And so I guess Disney gave in and said, "Okay, how much money do you want?" They just gave
We
him the
got
money.
Disney money.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if you can pull that kind of money, why not? You're playing one of the most iconic characters in animation history.
Disney's like, listen, you say a number, and we can just work with it.
Add another zero to that one.
Yeah.
You know what? Add 2 more.
Okay. All right.
And no decimal point. That's it.
Is that with Disney passes?
Lifetime
I would ask for
Pass?
Disney passes, man. It'll be like,
Lifetime
okay,
Disney Pass.
I'll just put like 2 zeros and then extra.
Dude, if I was
Disney
in,
passes.
if that was the case, I'd be like, put a mouse at the end of that number.
Mhm.
We got a deal.
Right.
Here's what I would ask. I'd
Two
ask
extra
for
zeros.
Two
lifetime
zeros.
Disney passes that the managers get at Disney.
Mm.
The what?
So like after a certain amount of years working at Disney, you get like a silver pass or something like that allows you like access into the Disney parks with like some sort of benefit.
Yeah.
I want that.
Speaking of Disney parks, your significant other just
My wife?
yes.
Yeah, she betrayed me.
She got a season pass.
She got a pass.
Yeah.
She asked me for permission. I'm just like, it's your money, dude. I mean, it's our money. You know, we're married now, but it's like, I mean, she works hard. She deserves it. She can get it.
Why didn't you get one?
Because I'm broke and I don't want her to pay for
For
mine.
you?
Yeah.
But that's what a wife
your wife.
does.
Yeah, I know, but I'd much rather have that money go to something else. I'm thinking big. I'm thinking
Like-
house in 5 years.
Like Disneyland
House.
What has Disney
in
done for me?
Disneyland.
Dude? What has Disney done for me?
traumatized you.
Exactly. So, moving on to the next point. The Super Mario Brothers movie.
It made you
has
the man you are today.
Basically.
You know what Disney did to me? Disney has made me a nicer person.
This is nice.
Not to you, obviously, but like I can't walk down the street and like not pick up trash if I see it on the floor, like a little piece of paper, or, plastic. I'll pick it up on the.
I'm just really confused.
Shut your mouth. All right. Super Mario Brothers movie has passed $500 million worldwide,
Wow.
making it the biggest or the highest grossing video game adaptation movie of all time.
Well, if you have a song that says Peaches on it. you know,
Dude,
it's been
shut your
trending.
mouth. Do you know how many times I have to get that stupid song out of my head?
Peaches, 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 peaches,
That's gonna get us
peaches,
copyrighted.
peaches, ah, yeah.
Every time someone says Peaches, all I think about is that song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
It is.
It's just stuck in my head. Barbie and Oppenheimer are officially at war. The reason I say this is because earlier Friday, there were rumors circling around the internet saying that Oppenheimer was going to switch release dates to not compete with Barbie.
They blinked.
Really?
They
Yes.
considered blinking.
So these are rumors.
Barbie stared them down.
So
Barbie stared at the face of death.
Barbie's looking at the atomic bomb and saying, "Do it."
So Barbie literally looked at the god of death and went, "Not today."
Not today.
Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. How stupid do you have to be
To give in to Barbie.
to not give it to
No.
Barbie?
Oh.
No, honestly, they should have. As soon as that should have been an immediate like Barbie's coming out the same day. Move it.
Yeah. No, there's
No, 'cause
absolutely no way.
It's an easy popcorn movie over a very heavy Christopher Nolan movie.
That's true.
It's not gonna succeed.
movie.
It's
Yes.
sorry. Barbie is a more palatable. It's gonna be the easier movie to go see.
It's
And
a
plus
big-
the cast you have in Barbie compared to Oppenheimer.
Oh, you mean to tell me the cast and you're not going to go watch Josh Peck?
No. You know why?
Why?
Because Ryan Gosling is Ken. Michael Cera is in it.
Is Alan?
Yeah, Alan. Which is a real doll, by the way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
I
was a
didn't
real
know. It's
doll.
research.
It's Ken's wrestling buddy.
There's only
Yeah.
one Alan, dude.
There was never another Alan.
yeah, it's
And-
Ken's wrestling buddy.
You have
wrestling buddy.
Samu Lu or
Simu Liu.
Simu Liu.
He's gonna be Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Dude, see? And then what we have in Oppenheimer?
I
We
had
have Cillian Murphy, which is like, okay, if you watch a
don't-
Nolan movie, he's well known. If you watch Peaky Blinders, you know who he is.
I don't want to name
Who does
drop.
Bob Kane play?
So hang on.
Who does Bob Kane play?
Bob Kane?
Or not Bob Kane?
I was like, you mean the creator of Batman? He's dead.
No.
no.
What's his name? Oh my God, Kane. He's in every Nolan movie.
Oh, Michael Caine.
Michael Kane.
Michael Caine. I don't know. He's playing the
You know
the
he's in it.
butler.
You know
of
he's in it.
Oppenheimer. Sir, I don't think that you should
Sir.
do the atomic bomb.
The bomb is bad.
So,
Bob's
I think you guys know who this might be, just out of context. But I recently spoke with someone that I know. She doesn't listen to the show, so I don't think she'll like know that I like.
Oh, she'll
name-
listen to this episode. Wow.
Imagine she actually listens. So I'm not gonna name drop. Let's see if she
Okay.
catches on, because
Sure.
she'll text me afterwards and be like, oh, "You talked about me on the show." I'm like, "Yeah," because it was a stupid take. So
Yeah, I talked about you so I can make fun of you.
because it was a stupid take. Because
Alright.
basically, I posted on what was it, on Instagram, how excited I was, and then she DM'd me afterwards saying like Oppenheimer's gonna be so much better. I'm like, name me a movie that Christopher Nolan has done that's actually as good as Interstellar.
Prestige.
No,
Prestige was not. No, the last good movie.
You name Take away the Batman movies because those are. Batman.
I was gonna say Batman
Yeah.
Begins was the last good Christopher Nolan movie.
No, but
No.
name a movie.
It's
that's
not
had
Inception.
a culture impact. Any Nolan movie except for the Batman movies. Other than that,
Interstellar.
Memento.
People only
No.
movie people know
Yeah.
Memento.
Movie people, it's a cult movie
Yeah.
in terms of Memento, but
Yeah.
Interstellar, because Interstellar was helped science progress
Yeah.
in terms of like the shape and
It was
the
That and the
black hole.
it was the study of the black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
But-
you got the Matthew McConaughey meme of him crying.
Exactly.
Well, but the thing is, the reason I also say Memento is because that's where you also start getting like people who tattoo themselves, because like that's been in a bunch of stuff where
Yeah.
they tattoo themselves when they lose their memory and everything
Yeah.
else. It's been used in a lot of different things. Prestige is like a really big thing for just the sleight of hand. It really like
But
it
there-
re-influenced magician movies.
But that's the thing, is that Renee's right, is like Memento was released after Batman Begins, no?
No.
No,
Or was it The
before.
Prestige? There's a movie that was
What?
released after. Wait, because it was Batman Begins, then Inception,
Yes.
and then the
No,
Dark
Prestige
Knight.
was released.
Prestige was way before.
Yeah, it was way before Batman Begins.
So where was Memento? Was that
Memento?
the 90s?
Was
Memento
no, it
was
was like
in
early.
early
That was his
2000s.
first movie,
It was
right?
like 2000,
Second
2001.
Second
Yeah.
movie? Okay, yeah. Because Dunkirk wasn't even that good.
Nah.
Tenet
Dunkirk
was
is a-
not good.
Mm-hmm.
Story-wise, visually was good. Story wasn't. Point being, she was kind of arguing with me saying that Oppenheimer's going to be better. I'm like, no.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
Okay, here's my thing though: is
I'm
that
still
he
going to watch
hasn't
it.
he hasn't really done a.
Inception was pretty good.
But not only that, but
it
also
did,
I'm
it did impact the.
I'm
the
interested to
world.
see because he's never really done a biopic
That's true.
where it's like it's because it's always like these like grand ideas and then a lot of the times it's up in the air and then like the ending isn't really solidified and it's always kind of like
I'm just,
hate
I'm just
that.
waiting,
and
waiting for
it's-
that Hans Zimmer just loud when the bomb hits.
So my
Um,
thing is that if you're doing a biopic,
honestly
right?
I hope there's no sound. I don't want the bomb. I want just you just see the mushroom cloud, no sound.
You
and
want
then
the light
especially-
speed crashing through Star Destroyer scene.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
it's like no sound, and then you can start hearing a build, then build, and then it just like, and then like it just feels like it's hitting you all at once.
That's fine.
And and they can do that really well.
I was going to see how long you're going to go for.
No, but
Yeah.
knowing him, he'd probably do that really well because technically when the bomb hits, you would see the explosion.
Light.
You would see the actual effect of it before the sound hits you.
Yeah, the light is faster than the sound, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. My point
Science.
is my point is this: is that I think that Barbie will definitely win the box office brawl between this, and I think it's a shame because if whoever, I understand that you don't want to be intimidated by plastic dolls,
Yeah.
It's also
But-
Margot Robbie.
huh?
Margot Robbie
Yeah.
knows how to sell theaters.
But the
true.
thing is, it's like you already know that Barbie. Forget the topics of the movies. Barbie is a more open movie than Oppenheimer. Your audiences are gonna go watch it. Your
Yeah.
kids of every age and demographic are gonna go watch Barbie. Adults as well. Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
What 5-year-old kid's gonna go watch bombs drop?
a kid you should watch.
Yeah, a kid you should monitor.
That's a kid that you
That the FBI should monitor.
Yeah, that's
Just to keep
that's
an eye
that's a
out.
kid who's taking notes.
So
Can you imagine? He's like, goes in the theater and he's just like, "All right, Mom, I'm ready to see Oppenheimer." It's like,
How do we
you're
split
like,
atoms?
right? It's just, and the whole time he's like this.
Mom, where do I find uranium?
So,
Can we get uranium on the way home?
so we go get uranium through Russia, right? Okay.
well,
All right. When's the
this
next
person-
family trip? We're going to Russia. Okay.
This
He's like-
person also basically says that The Dark Knight is one of Christopher Nolan's best movies, and I'm like, no. Batman Begins was probably the better Batman of the three. Can't stand. No.
Okay,
We're not
hold
gonna
on.
argue.
Hold on. The Dark Knight is a better movie.
Yes.
Batman Begins is a better Batman movie.
Okay.
Sure. I don't agree with that.
No,
But
no,
okay,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because
no, I don't agree.
I don't think The Dark Knight's a good Batman movie.
No, it's not. It's a great crime movie.
It's a great heist movie.
Yeah.
It's a great heist movie / like crime noir,
Mhm.
but it's not a
Okay.
not a great Batman.
I agree
movie.
with that. I agree with that. Moving on. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League has been delayed again until
I just give up
February
on that
2nd,
game.
in 2024.
Like, honestly,
I'm done.
You know, I'm seriously done with that game, man.
No,
Like,
they're doing a complete and total overhaul.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like they had an idea for it, and then like they thought was good, and then people are like, "No,
That sucks.
Yeah.
Everything's purple.
everything's purple. I got to take down these purple lights to fight these purple monsters
Yeah.
of these purple people,
Honestly, you know what it
defeat
kinda,
purple bosses."
you know what it kind of reminded me of? Sunset Overdrive.
You know what? Yeah, I was getting that vibe when you see like Captain Boomerang flying around, dude. I was like,
I really did get the Sunset Overdrive. If you haven't seen it, it was a game that came out with the Xbox One.
I think in terms of game development, if a game gets delayed this much, it's dead.
Yeah, the hype.
Yeah.
is
The hype is gone. Well, because
the game's not dead. It's definitely coming out. They want it to come out. Not only that, but also I want it to come out because it's unfortunately it's one of Kevin Conroy's like last performances.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's Kevin Conroy's like one of his last performances, so I want it to come out so I can at least
have that.
Or either that or just release the cinematics. Just release the cinematics at this point.
Well, because this game is supposedly tied into the DC universe that James Gunn's trying to build, right?
No,
I thought it was.
No,
I think moving forward, the game's
I think after this, maybe,
or maybe that's why they're delaying it too. Maybe they have to make some tweaks or something like that.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, how do you do it when you kill off the entire Justice League and then go, let's build the Justice League? Like,
let's build the Justice League with the Suicide Squad.
It's great. It's a good idea, though. It was a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out. Nickelodeon sweetheart Drake Bell has gone missing Thursday morning. We all woke up to this news, saddened by the fact that he may never be again, found ever again. And it's called sarcasm, dude. No one cares.
Well,
he's not a good human being.
I thought Josh Peck sent him to go check out the bomb.
No, didn't he go to? I thought the last I heard of him was he was in Mexico. And
he
then,
was actually.
Yeah, he's famous.
He has a huge following.
Yeah,
in
Drake
Mexico.
Campana.
Yeah, Drake Campana.
Well, he was found later that day. So there you go.
So they
Happy
just
ending.
So they let the day move forward.
So he just-
We went on with our lives, and we found him anyway.
Like, guys, he's okay. No, nothing happened. He's like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
like I was worried.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, sure. They casted Mia Goth in Blade. If you don't know who Mia Goth is,
Blade's still happening?
Apparently,
We're
it's
still
on
getting the
hiatus.
Blade movie?
Still getting that, yeah.
Last I heard, it was in hiatus, but then there's like casting rumors of people showing up, and then Mia Goth was like the big name that dropped that she's now in Blade. If you don't know who Mia Goth is, she's famous for her roles in X and Pearl, I think, right?
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah.
movies X and Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she is in Blade now, so that's gonna be interesting. We don't
She
know
played
what.
a vampire. Makes sense. if
I
she's a
could
vampire.
see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. I can see that. Martin Scorsese to receive the Legend of Cinema Award at CinemaCon.
That's
him.
cool.
I think it's well deserved.
Scorsese has
He's done a lot of
he's
good
got
movies.
a solid filmography.
He's impacted on film.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, he's got a solid filmography.
I approve.
I approve.
I approve.
Don't want to like your opinion sometimes, Scorsese, but
You know what? After watching Taxi Driver, I understand his opinion. I don't agree with it.
I just love that conversation. It was so funny.
Yeah.
When we were in the group chat, and then he goes, "Have you guys ever seen Taxi Driver?" And then I just kept sending different taxi movies, and I'm like, "Whoa, you meant this one?"
And I sent him fake tax.
Yeah.
Fake taxi. I was like, "You mean this one?" I was
You're
like,
such a.
He was like, "I hate you both so much." Have you seen it? Yes or no? We were like, "Oh yeah, we see it.
Yeah, we see
we saw
it.
it."
All right,
That was great.
That
bit.
was such a.
I love
I was.
that.
What did you think when I did that? When I just
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on. I was like,
Question: what if we did these bits on like Discord, and then we open it up to people so that people can watch?
Sure. I mean, I just thought it was funny. I saw you like going like so excited for a movie that came out in 1986.
No, I was doing a paper. That's all it was, dude.
Yeah.
I just wanted your
I
guys'
know, but
opinion.
but you saw it.
Did
and
you
were
be an
like, "Oh my
asshole
God."
over here?
I just thought it was so funny,
Freaking
and I'm like,
jerk.
you were like, "Oh,
when
have
was
you
that?
seen
That
it?"
was on a.
That was
like-
2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks
That
ago.
was
On
2 weeks
what
ago, which
day
I
of the
got an
week?
A, by the way.
Hey,
Got an A.
congrats.
Thank you.
because you did what everybody else did. And went,
No, I did.
it's the
Can
Joker.
you
It's the Joker movie.
I hate you.
Is that what you did?
No,
Uh,
I did. I talked about other aspects of the movie.
good.
Did you
Yeah.
mention Joker?
Yes.
Well, no,
towards
because
the
those
end.
people didn't get A's. That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Dude, I actually spend time on my papers. All right.
Oh, no.
I'm smart.
I thought you
I'm
just.
different.
I thought you just.
built
I
different.
thought you just put it in ChatGPT.
Look, I try.
I'm gonna
Okay.
laugh if any of your classmates listen to the show. They're like, "This Brian's God damn, he's all full of himself." Like,
Who does this guy think
29,
he
20.
is, dude?
yeah, like, geez, man, like I sit with this guy. Like,
Oh, it's all online. No one sees
Yeah.
me. No one sees my face. As you guys know, last year Amazon bought MGM Studios.
Right.
So
Yes.
they have all these different properties. I think that's where they have access to James Bond if it's MGM, right?
yeah, no, they already put it all up there, including all the Rocky movies now. And stuff
HBO
like that.
has a James Bond collection too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but whatever.
No, MGM's a bit of a whore, so they switch around. Yeah,
Take me, whatever
Yeah.
you want.
They're,
whatever
they're-
streaming platform, do it.
Well,
It was on Hulu. It was on Prime. It's on HBO Max.
Dude, I keep
Again,
looking at the James Bond collection. I'm like, I should probably rewatch some of these or like watch all of them. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many movies I gotta watch.
the one that you should really watch is Moonraker, because it's hilarious.
Cool. Well, that's
'Cause
not the news I wanted to talk
You
about.
ever wanted to watch a geriatric patient
Oh my
try
God.
to save the world? Because if so, Moonraker's your movie.
There you go.
So Amazon's looking to
Nick's recommendation.
revive.
And then he creepily hits on a 25-year-old.
You're tangenting.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
hello.
Amazon's
to
looking
see
to
my
revive
scooter?
properties off the MGM brand,
Mhm.
including RoboCop, Legally Blonde, Stargate, Barbershop, and Pink Panther.
Wait, they're looking to redo these movies?
Yeah, revive like either in a series or movies.
Wait, which platform?
Amazon.
Amazon Prime?
Okay.
Yes.
Where I
so
buy my books?
Legally Blonde's already been done.
Yeah.
They already did that as a TV show.
Barbershop's confirmed, by the way.
Barbershop?
Did Ice Cube approve of this?
I
He
mean,
better have.
No, but honestly,
better have.
I can see
As long as
Barbershop.
the money's right.
It's his movie.
I'm pretty sure he has which he is saying it. But I do think that RoboCop could be a really cool one.
Yeah,
I
because
think
the
that'd be
last,
21st century RoboCop?
the last iteration wasn't great.
21st century RoboCop.
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah,
Like the last iteration it had a good idea. They just didn't know how to tackle the story.
Yeah.
What story?
Well, because
Exactly.
they tried to when they redid it.
That's right. There was a reboot.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
reboot, and then they
With
even
Sam
kept-
Jackson.
Yeah,
in
with
it.
Samuel
Forgot,
Jackson.
dude.
And Michael Keaton.
Well, because the thing was that they tried to make it more about Murphy.
Yeah.
It was less about RoboCop and more about Murphy, and everybody was like,
and then
everybody went,
OCP.
like,
Yeah.
no, that's
Because
no.
we want to see more of like the corporate, very,
like that.
very kind of like corrupt corporation taking over Detroit.
Not only that, but also it's so hard to beat the original RoboCop. Like that,
Well,
that movie's so iconic.
They thought that they had something with Michael Keaton playing like the executive, but he's
Yeah.
like, it's just him going like, I want to be more tactical. He's all like, put some black on it. He's like, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like,
Why?
Make the suit black.
Make the suit black.
I got two more pieces of news coming your way. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. This news about Matthew McConaughey. So Matthew McConaughey revealed, huh?
Is this scandal?
No.
Okay.
Not involving them.
He's not
So-
actually He's not actually from Texas.
Oh, that'd be great.
Imagine,
Oh my
dude,
god,
Texas all of a sudden has a reason to.
dude, he's from Belgium.
He's Canadian. I would laugh even more if he was Canadian.
Dude,
Like,
my
oh,
life would
yeah.
never be the same, dude.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
So Matthew
I drive a
McConaughey
Lincoln.
revealed that his mom
Uh-huh.
and Woody Harrelson's dad knew each other intimately.
They slapped the boots.
I don't know any
Clap
other saying.
cheeks.
Clap cheeks.
Wait, go back. So Woody Harrelson's dad.
No. Yes. So Matthew McConaughey's mom
Yeah.
and Woody Harrelson's dad,
Yeah.
they saw each other. They did it.
Recently?
No. This
Like
is like years ago.
Yeah.
I was about to
And
say.
it's,
I was like,
there's
old,
a possibility
old people.
that they may be half brothers.
Woody
And
Nelson and
and-
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Why?
But they are not taking a DNA test.
Oh, because they don't want to confirm it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to face the
Well, they're
truth.
already good friends apparently, so
Yeah.
it's like,
You're basically my brother.
Oh, so
He's like,
was it an affair?
yeah, man, you're basically my brother too.
Was it an affair?
we don't know. That was all the information I got.
That's sick.
I think
One night
it
stand?
might have been, yeah.
That's
But-
cool.
What I
Yeah.
say? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I read that. I was just like, it's okay, sure. That's interesting piece of news.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Last bit of news: Gran Turismo, the movie. I don't know how they're making a movie. I saw the teaser for it. It's pretty sick. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I
Neil
like the
Blum-
movie with Clint Eastwood in it. It was good.
The what?
The movie with Clint Eastwood. Yeah. That's the movie, right?
It took me a while to get it. I was just like, what?
As soon as he said it, I was like, "You mean Gran Torino?"
Yeah. They both have cars in them. Yeah.
Also, I have seen. I have seen
That was
this.
a good one.
I have seen this movie too. It's called Tokyo Drift.
No, who's there? Is it Neil Blumkin? Whatever his name is.
Neil Blumkin? Is that what you just said? Neil Blumkin?
The guy that directed District 9, I think. Blumkamp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also
He's
did,
directing this movie.
Chappie.
Yeah, Chappie. There you go.
Chappie. And then Elysium, I think, too. He did. With Matt Damon.
Imagine he watches this, they clip this and send it to him. Is like Neil Blumkin.
He called
That's it, dude.
Hey, he called me Neil Bumpkin.
How did he know?
How do you know? That's how they pronounce my name the entire time.
He pronounced it right.
He got it right.
Is that how he actually talks?
No, I'm just guessing.
Like Jesus
I
Christ.
just did an accent. Like,
And hopefully it's stuck. You know, it's what it is. Anyway, so
they did my accent too.
I don't have to pretend.
But now that it's out,
It's out.
What accent is that?
I don't know. Some sort of. It seems like an Eastern. Like,
Oh God! All right. So, anyways, he came out in an interview because they were, I guess, they're like really deep into production for this Gran Turismo movie, and quote, "This movie's gonna have real actors in real cars on real racetracks, driving insanely quickly."
So it's gonna be a movie.
so it met the bottom of the barrel of qualifications for a live action movie.
So here's why I found this funny.
Oh my
So
God.
IGN did the article.
Yeah.
The article's pretty interesting because he talks about the authenticity that he wants to bring in there. He like talked about how like there's certain car movies that exist now that have done a really good job. Ford versus Ferrari. If you haven't seen that movie,
That was really good.
Great movie, really intense driving scenes, and it really sells you on that. He's like, we're trying to be better than that. And I'm like, cool, I know what you mean. But IGN decided to post this one quote again: real actors in real cars on real racetracks driving insanely quickly.
The movie's gonna go vroom vroom.
The movie's gonna go vroom and then and then vroom, and then and then
Just sounds like cars having sex.
Right?
Just sounds like cars going at it.
The movie will.
Well, okay.
And girls going, huh?
As long as it's not Need for Speed.
how dare
Oh yeah,
you.
that was that had
movie was
what's
goat.
his name from Breaking Bad in it, right?
Yeah, Paul. No,
Aaron
Aaron
Paul.
Paul.
Aaron Paul. Yeah, there you go.
Aaron Paul.
That movie's good.
It was alright.
If you like cars and come to cars, yeah, I guess you'll like
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Answers all of our questions.
That
And-
concludes.
Baby, I want to get on. Let me get started. Hang on. Just turns on car sounds. Now I'm ready.
Yeah, get the extra bass to feel the vibration.
It's like gone in 60 seconds.
That concludes this portion of the issue, comic strips, and
So
What?
I was sick on Monday,
no who
and
cares?
I'm sick right now.
I stayed home.
I'm sick of you.
I was gonna say that.
No, so I stayed home and I was like, you know what I should do? I should play Fallen Order just as
Oh yeah, you texted us
just to
about
play
that, yeah.
just because I beat it in like 10 hours.
No sleep,
I burned through it.
no breaks.
I took like a break,
Okay.
like maybe like a 3 or 4 hour. Like I went
He
to
had
bed.
he had a giant gallon
Went to
of
bed.
he had a gallon, a
I'm
bottle
ready.
over there.
I'm ready now.
Like I burned through the dang thing, and I was like, oh my god, like.
He coordinated his
was
meals
great.
to make sure that he didn't have to use the restroom at all.
I honestly thought from what I remember that game was longer, but that game was really short.
Did you play it on a medium difficulty?
No, I played it on Jedi Master.
Oh crud! Damn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I was
didn't know we were dealing with an actual gamer here.
Oh, freaking try hard over here.
Exactly, dude. You want to keep rubbing your own ego even more?
Did you what was it? Because you were stuck at the
It's the sister, but I got past it finally. But now I'm stuck on the red planet. When after you're done with that,
What about the
yeah.
green planet?
the green planet? I don't know.
The blue planet? Yellow planet?
You're-
The purple planet? How about the
Okay.
planet?
Hey.
So you're stuck with the Night Sisters.
Yes, so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to find them and stuff. So
Yeah, it was
But
like a
I'm-
random thing that
I'm
you said.
still trying to finish Resident Evil 4. I am on the final boss, and I'm at this point where I'm low on ammo, but I can't get any more. I'm stuck with what I have, and
Well,
I'm trying to
that sucks, dude.
I'm trying to like scavenge everything that I can, and I'm just like
Only headshots.
You start running again.
Yeah, I start running, and then I'm trying to find the barrels, and then like these little flying things come after you. I'm like, oh god, that was like,
Dude, Resident Evil, man. I remember
this-
back then was like that was like
Yeah.
the pinnacle of like anxiety.
Yeah, because and in the remake they have put that on another notch, and I love it.
I actually want to play Resident Evil, but
Mhm.
measure my stress.
Dude, do it for when you get the remake.
Oh,
It is
apparently I was
fun.
stressed at 3.
What happened?
I don't know. I
You
should
were
do
at-
that.
You were at work.
I was at work. I don't know what
Oh.
happened. Yeah. So I don't know. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I play Resident Evil and then look at my stress meter and be like, all right, what?
So, like,
The only time Resident Evil actually
His
really
watch
did scare me.
cracks. Straight up just cracks down the line.
The only time Resident Evil actually scared me where I threw my remote was Resident Evil 7 when the wife comes out of the closet and then stabs your hand with the
she's
screwdriver.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. I threw my remote. I was like, and just threw it on the ground.
The one that was really funny, I remember playing 7 with my brother, and he was doing it in VR though.
Oh,
Which
rest
is
in peace.
which is so much funnier.
How's he alive?
Because I was reading like where to go, so I was just like directing him around, and then he was like, and then just jumps out and he's like, ah! He hit me with the controller.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like,
I don't think
"Sorry."
I'd be able to play that in VR.
No.
But you know what? I'd do this. I'd play Resident Evil 7 in VR over going on a roller coaster.
You could play. I think
Yeah.
you could play Resident Evil 4 remake in VR soon.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
I'd rather do that than ride a roller coaster.
No, that's more stressful because like you're gonna have people coming behind you.
That's fine.
too,
I can do
you know?
that.
You'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, Mataneda! It's just like, Matano! It's just like,
All right. Talking about non-scary stuff.
Well, really quick,
What?
because you said you were going to go over the difference between the Max, and then you skipped over it.
Well, that's not part of the topic right now. We're going to
well,
be
what
talking
is
about
part of the
Renfield.
topic, bro?
I know, but you said it earlier. You said,
Do you
want to
know what it is? The 3 different tiers?
Yeah.
One
In
of
my
them is
mind.
ad. One of them is ad-free. The other one's ad-free plus. There it is.
What's ad free plus?
It's just more.
First of all, you need to take that tone down a couple 2 notches.
Yeah, I
He
know.
pisses me off, dude. Let me see my stress
Because-
right now, dude.
Hold on.
Where's
wait,
my
wait,
stress?
Wait, hang on. I'm pissing you
It's
off.
an orange.
Because
Dude, look what you did. Look what you did.
Hold on.
Look at this.
You-
I'm in orange.
hold
Dude,
on.
it's going up even
Because
more.
you're yelling!
Yelling.
Stop yelling.
Not only that, but
I'm not
also
even joking, dude. You're making it go up.
when we brought this up, you said, "Hold on, I'll explain it right now."
Dude,
and
I
then
saw
you
it moving
skimmed-
IRL, dude. It
and then
actually
you
went.
s- And then you skipped over it, and then you never went back.
Dude, you stressed me out, man.
I'm not stressing you out. I'm just trying to.
Does the audience also get stressed out? Let us know, or
Or is it
the
just Bryan?
podcast. Or is it just Bryan, guys?
Just being ridiculous
'Cause I'm talking tonight.
Because I'm trying to get the show organized.
by totally skipping a topic you said you were going to come
We're
back
talking
to.
about HBO Max after Renfield. What do you want to know? Okay, fine. Bring it up. Let's see what it is. No, let's go. Okay.
No,
HBO.
now I wanna talk about
ad-
Renfield.
Oh my god, dude. Where's my stress at? Okay, went down a little bit.
There you go. Because we were talking about Renfield now. Like,
God, dude, you're pissing me off today, dude.
I'm gonna
I love you.
So it's Friday.
Yeah.
It's our usual meetup on Friday.
I didn't know you can measure your stress like every minute now, so I'm actually gonna keep track of this and see where I'm at constantly. I'm in orange, dude. I'm in the orange. Yeah. What's my heart rate right now?
It's even
100.
blinking. It's even blinking stress.
No, it isn't. Is it really?
No, it's not.
It's not good.
Renfield. We were pretty excited to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think about it, Nick? Knowing
liked
that you fell asleep. If you haven't seen Redfield, by the way, go ahead, skip the next 15, 20 minutes of the podcast and come back. Then you'll listen to the HBO portion of it. But we're going to be talking about Renfield. There's really no big spoilers. It's kind of a typical generic story about the servant of Dracula and him trying to get away with it. Trying to get away from that life, I should say. But if you guys don't want it spoiled, skip 15, 20 minutes. With that said, while Rene's gone still, Renfield. Yeah.
No, Renfield was good. It's a fun movie. I really do like that they used the Ben Stoker's Dracula as like kind of like a base, where it kind of looks like they refilmed some of the scenes from
They
Ben
did
Stoker's.
refilm them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it looks almost like a shot for shot, and it's really cool.
They also did a good job of just like making Nick Cage
Dracula.
like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks amazing. He looked really cool. I really enjoyed just the kind of like the story of what's going on. I do like the fact that Renfield is just eating a bunch of bugs.
That's his
Give
powers.
himself
Yeah, he gets his
powers.
powers.
Is that from anywhere or no?
No,
That's
I think
just a
I
thing,
think
right?
I think that was just something dumb that they added.
Well, I thought it was like the bug specifically in the little coffin case he gets, but it's apparently all bugs.
Any bugs.
Yeah.
It's just their life energy that gives them the powers. Well, if you guys want a quick synopsis of the story, basically you are following the story of Renfield. What's his full name? It's like Michael or
I think so. Hold on, let me see.
Montague, something like that. Renfield,
Yeah.
who basically went to Dracula's castle to complete some real estate transaction.
He was trying to sell Dracula's castle.
Yeah. And he ended up being his servant, thinking that this was going to be a better life for his family. And we are in present day, him, trying to separate himself from Dracula because he sees that he can do good in the world rather than just feeding Dracula these, innocent people and doing harm to others. He tries to do good by basically taking monsters of other people, so like abusers or people that are just assholes, and feeding them to Dracula. He catches on, says no, and so you kind of follow this entire journey of him trying to separate himself from Dracula's clutches. I will say the story is kind of generic. It's not really interesting. It's kind of just it's a simple story.
Simple. It's a simple vampire.
Yeah.
Wikipedia just calls him Frank Redfield.
Frank Redfield.
Yeah, Renfield.
All right, there you go. He's got a longer name than that, but in terms of the story, I don't think that's the appeal to it. Personally, I think it was just the fact that Nicolas Cage is playing Dracula that really caught my attention.
That was the selling point.
Yeah, that was the selling point.
You know what? And that wasn't top Cage. That wasn't like completely out of control.
Yeah, he wasn't like full on Cage.
Well, I don't think you can get full on Cage with Dracula, but he did bring out some caginess.
Yeah, when I loved when the part when he's like in the apartment, he's like, "Oh yes," he's all like, he's like,
which is mocking.
Oh yeah, you brought people for me.
Yeah. Oh, you have food for me. He's all like, so great. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage was a selling point, obviously.
Yeah,
and there was enough screen time for him to like make himself relevant that it wasn't sickening.
Well, the movie's called Renfield.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
The thing is that going from the last movie that Nick Cage was in, what's it called?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent to this, it's
a good transition.
It's a really good transition because that one you get all Cage, all Cage all the time, 100% of the time. This one you get, like a third Cage.
Yeah,
you get a couple bars.
Yeah. Which was interesting. You also had Ben Schwartz, who wasn't in the trailer as much.
No,
but he made a lot of appearances.
He had
in the
like
movie.
one or two little snippets in the trailer.
Yeah,
honestly, I totally forgot he was even in the movie until I saw him on the screen, and I was like, "Oh my god, Ben Schwartz is in the movie."
Yeah, I enjoyed him. I feel like you said it. You said it best. You're glad that he's getting more movie appearances.
Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah,
I think studios are now picking up on him that he's like the go-to like funny dude. Like,
yeah,
he can easily do funny.
He's apparently he does improv. I didn't know.
Oh, he's a king of improv, man. You got to watch like the Jake and Amir appearances he does on collegehumor.com. Super fun.
That's right.
All those are improvised.
Well,
they just come in and they just film.
If I remember correctly, him and Aziz used to improv all the time.
Yeah.
For Parks and Rec.
Yes, they did.
They would improv a lot of the Rafi and was it Tom stuff. Like they would always improv like what was going on between the two of them.
So the thing about Ben Schwartz is that he's kind of character locked in this like Ralph Macchio aesthetic. Yeah. Kind of thing. He even plays
You keep saying Ralph Macchio.
What's his No, not Ralph Macchio. It's now I know why that's the wrong name. What's his name in Parks and Rec?
I mean oh dang it.
Yeah, now I forget. Now that you said it, it's not Ralph Macchio.
Because Ralph Macchio is the Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
yeah, you were saying that all last night.
You kept saying it last night, and I was like, oh,
I
I know for a fact that's not his
what
name.
is it? Now I'm like weirded out because I don't know why. Don't tell me it is.
No.
Oh, is it George Pinnaman?
No. No, go down to Parks and Rec right there. Just click Parks and Rec.
Right here?
No, see the Parks and Rec thing right there?
Yeah, but I have to go through like a lot of cast.
No, he's like literally one of the main casts down there.
Right there.
Oh, Gene Raffio.
John Raffio. It's the same
Santos,
thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Ralph Macchio and John Raffio, not the same thing.
John, Ralph.
Oh, and then his sister, Jenny Slate's character, is Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
Mona Lisa.
That's right.
Sepperstein.
So he plays this generic character. He's kind of character locked here. And honestly, I wasn't sold on the fact that Ben Schwartz can do anything else on screen until he voice acted for Sonic. Then I started to love him a lot more. I'm like, okay, he can play. He's got a little bit more of a range than I thought.
He appeared in a lot of TV stuff. Like his breakout work that he did was with Don Cheadle. It was a Showtime show called House of Lies.
Yes.
And basically the premise was Don Cheadle was a corporate working dude that always tried to basically look out for himself and try to get the biggest buyout and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it was just, and he was like his second guy.
Yeah.
Well,
You know.
did you like him in Space Force?
Oh, Ben Schwartz. You know what? I watched a few episodes. I didn't like Space Force as a whole, but his character was good, along with the other
Steve
dude.
Carell?
No, Steve Carell, and then along with the other dude that was from Silicon Valley that played Jin Yang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those characters I liked a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Space Force was weird though. I mean,
Force
it's not that it's weird. It's just
It wasn't written well.
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of, it played it too safe. It could have been
Yeah,
funnier.
it could have been a lot funnier.
Yeah.
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 But Ben Schwartz was in it as well. Aquafina was just great overall.
Oh,
in this
that's
movie.
right. He does the voice of Dewey Duck in the DuckTales.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought okay. Here's the funny thing. So when I was rethinking over Aquafina's like problem, and it could all be solved with body cams. Like her entire problem could be solved with body cams.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh well, like it's your word versus his because he did like 7 felonies and everything else, but like only you saw.
Do cops have to wear body cams now?
Yes.
Here in
It's
Los
a-
Angeles?
it's a law.
It's a law, right?
It's a law.
So what's
It's a
New
law.
Orleans law? Look up New Orleans laws. Do cops have to wear body cams?
Okay.
But even the cars have cameras on them.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's a thing
Shop cam.
within a regular basis within just cops in general.
They
is
have
that
to have cameras.
They have to have cameras running around them at all times.
Yeah.
It was a weird premise in that sense because the FBI is like trying to get this guy, Ben Schwartz character,
Yeah.
like basically, find evidence, and the cops just keep destroying everything.
Yeah, the cops just keep on going like, "Oh no, like it's fine." Like, and the FBI never goes like, "This is our jurisdiction now. This is our
Yeah,
case."
He's a cop killer.
yeah, like
This gang's a cop killer, and nothing can connect him to him.
Yeah, I
it's
thought
weird.
that was weird. I was like, "That's a little far fetched," but
I will say that basically this movie for me is like a straight 7 out of 10. It's an okay movie. I wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people. I'd say that if you're a fan of Nicolas Cage and want to see something different,
New Orleans, they do have to wear body cams.
then yeah, there you go. Problem solved.
the reason why I know that because body cams can be used really cool, especially inside of like cop shows and everything else. Like they used them really well in The Rookie
Oh yeah, they utilize those as really well.
because they record up to a minute before.
it was like 3 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes before
They're turned off.
They're turned off. So once they're turned off, it automatically saves
The last 3 minutes
the last 3 minutes.
after it's turned off.
Yeah. So so they,
You laugh
because they
That's
use it
funny.
No,
They
because
use that in such a good writing aspect to expose certain
bad cop.
cops.
Yeah, I mean it happens in real life too.
but it's such a great scene. That's why I was kind of disappointed when they killed off the character that it happened to.
Yeah.
Because it was such a great scene, and they took down Brandon Ralph.
Mhm.
He beat Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's true.
yeah, it's
I
but
watched
it's
The Rookie, man. It's good.
Yeah, I know. I've been told to watch it.
definitely better than Young Rock.
Well, okay, though I stopped watching The Young Rock because I got busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got to watch Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Clone Wars, finish The Mandalorian.
You're not gonna watch the Clone Wars. Don't lie to yourself.
I'm
Don't don't
You're not.
don't lie
I'm just
to
gonna watch
Don't lie
Rebels.
to me. Hold on, I got you into 2 episodes. How'd you like?
It was good. Yeah. I definitely see why I need to watch it before I watch Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Before Renfield.
Look at him being responsible. Look at him trying to bring it back on track, dude.
Yeah.
Savage.
Good job. Proud of you, Nick. You want a gold star?
I do.
No, you don't get one. Earn it.
Cut you.
What about Renfield?
No, I thought the movie was
So we got off of the whole Aquafina's like character.
well. I also liked the idea of this is a thing that's been happening for centuries that or generations at least.
Yeah, no,
that,
yeah.
Nick Cage goes on a murder spree, then
Dracula.
Yeah, so Dracula goes on a murder spree, then they beat him, and then he gets badly injured but survives, and then they have to start all over again.
Yeah,
They
have to
repeat
move
a lot
somewhere,
of the
yeah.
cycle stuff. The
Yeah.
generic stuff that obviously like you see in every Dracula movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it that you looked at me at and you're like, oh, they did this, or that's how they referenced like they referenced something from like old Dracula lore.
Well, no, that when they reshot it, and then they're like, because when they reference Renfield's character in the beginning of that, how he's a real estate person because that's from
Oh, it's that's from Ben Stoker's.
Yeah, that's exactly from the Ben Stoker's.
Yeah, all
movie.
of that was 1-to-1
Yeah.
shot. Yeah, which is great because it's aesthetically pleasing because like if you love Dracula as the monster, you're not gonna just know him from like folklore and stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna know him from this movie.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't expect them to exactly do it from the original Dracula movie. I thought it was just gonna be Nicolas Cage as a Dracula.
It was
not the Dracula.
Not the Dracula.
The other funny thing is that I was because as we were watching the movie, as soon as they started using the Ben Stoker stuff, I was like, oh, they're using the Universal backlot. So there was a lot of scenes where like when you were looking, you go, that's the Universal backlot.
Oh, the bank.
The bank.
The
bank. I was like, oh, I've been to that building. I've been to horror nights there.
So overall, what do you guys think about the movie? Because I think it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Like the biggest complaints is the story could have been better.
Yeah.
The CGI blood was really kind of annoying. It was it was a lot of gore, which it's fake.
It's Robert Kirkman, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, it was okay, but it was kind of like overwhelming because you did point it out that there would be a lot of blood, but none of it would get on people. So it's just kind of like whatever. And
well, because you'd see him like stomp someone out and just like, Gah! And then just blood would just squirt everywhere, and then you'd go, and then they'd walk out and they're completely clean, and you're like,
makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
And the editing to me was like there were some really rough cuts. Like when Awkwafina's character is basically on the second floor and Renfield stretches his hand out to help her go.
Yes.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
weird.
And then it pushed, and then like his hand pushed closer to the the edge, and then as you got down, he was in the middle.
Yeah,
and you're like, that's not the same spot.
That's not the same. That's not.
The physics doesn't make sense.
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
The physics doesn't make, unless he can fly, but he can't.
You can't do that. And then
because he landed lower. And
he did
towards the middle.
And it was right in the. It was right. I know. I saw it. You know it's bad when me and Rene noticed. Like when me and Rene noticed that there was like an inconsistency. Like, we were like, oh,
when I saw his hand went like this, I'm like, oh, okay, I see. And I see they still stick with his hand.
Yeah.
And you see Awkwafina's hand just come like that. And
a
you're
little
like,
bit.
How does that work?
And then like, because then it cuts to both them touching. To both them, their hands holding. And it's lower, and it's far away from the side of the thing. I was like,
not only that, but the next scene is her. You can tell that she was told as soon as we say action, jump.
Yeah.
And that was it. But I will say that the editing, as bad as it was, I forgive it only because the movie was an hour and a half long. Any longer, this movie, I would have walked out. Like
I also so
I would have walked out.
I also forgave the bad editing for it being a B movie.
Yeah,
like a very cheesy B movie Dracula movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that does fit. That totally fits.
Yeah. So it like I mean,
for me, it's just like you said. I like the actors in it. The CGI blood still makes me kind of knocks it down a couple of notches for me. Because again, it would have been cool just to see, like you said, like the blood covering everyone, or just piles of, just gallons of blood all over the place.
Well, because perfect example is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that Quentin Tarantino uses real blood.
Yeah, he uses real squibs. And
he uses real squibs, and it's over dramatic as all hell.
Oh yeah,
but it's so interesting, like the scene where the Manson family gets taken out, and like he throws the can, it hits her in the nose, and then it hits him in the nose. His nose immediately starts squirting out, and it gets all over the place, and he's covered in it. And you can see it's all over his hands, and like they're spreading it all over the walls, and it's like, oh, okay, well, like obviously, or even from Hateful Eight, where Garmagoo is covered.
It's all like when he does squibs, it's like these long, juicy strings.
Yes, but it's the same thing that they showed in Renfield. They just didn't do.
Yeah, they did CGI wise.
They did CGI wise, but like Garmagoo when what was it when he throws up on her. And then like she's just like covered in blood, and she's like laughing, and she's like trying to get it all off her, and you're like, oh, well, that's obviously like they actually like made a thing for that, and like they like just shot blood in her face, and she's like covered in it. And you're like, oh man, this has been a long night.
I think the big issue with Renfield is that if people are not going to have a problem with the story or the editing with the bad CGI blood and stuff like that,
I think
the other,
mind all that. If you're not going to mind all that, then it's like,
then it's an okay movie. Yeah. But I do think that for the casual viewer, the person who's like, oh, I want to go spend like a date movie and kind of stuff like that. Yeah. It's not because the movie doesn't know what it is either. And I noticed that because it was an ode it was an homage to the Dracula movies
Yes.
because they did want to grab that aspect and the elements of the old Dracula movies with Nick Cage.
It's poking fun in the Dracula horror genre.
But it's not a scary movie.
It's not.
But it also had action sequences that were, I feel that if we were the ones in charge of those action sequences, that's what you should be expecting from us.
Yeah.
Because like we have no experience.
There's no great choreography in it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty like balls to the wall action.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Kind of felt like I was watching a Twilight movie.
No.
The Twilight
thought-
action, in the last Twilight movie.
I thought they
A
were
little
going to
bit.
reference werewolves. That would have been cool, but they didn't. I was like, oh man. Oh. Well.
The monster universe.
Yeah, you know,
a little more
like
of that.
Nick Cage being like, oh yeah, you know, when I met up with that doctor, you know, like
That actually would have been kind of cool.
it would have
like,
been cool if he referenced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
apparently,
because Ben Stoker's is connected to
there
all
was
that.
an interview with Robert Kirkman, writer of The Walking Dead. If you guys aren't familiar with it, he was saying that he was actually
Invincible.
glad,
and Invincible.
And Invincible. Apparently, he was told that Renfield was going to be the start of a monster universe.
Whatever.
Comedy?
They've been trying to do that forever.
They've been trying to do that, and he said, "Okay, I'm glad that it didn't happen because I guess Universal really wanted him,
They
really wanted
wanna-
to start.
They really want to bring that back.
They can.
Yeah.
It's just they gotta find a I guess the right.
Yeah. First of all, don't call it the Dark Universe.
Can you look up
And then
who did Werewolf by Night?
Oh, Werewolf by Night. Oh,
Who did it?
oh,
Because honestly, I would say go to that guy.
Werewolf by Night is a good one.
Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like go to that director. That director knew what he was doing, and I think he can make a great monster universe.
Like if you want to do a monster universe, black and white it, the whole thing. Don't try so hard on like trying to get all these CGI elements in there and making it like modernized. I think that if you really want it, you can go old school.
Michael Galucci.
That's Giacchino.
Oh, Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino.
What did he do? Oh, he did his work on Ratatouille and
What?
yeah, apparently he worked with a couple of Pixar movies. He's worked with he's collabed with J.J. Abrams, Brad Bird, Matt Reeves.
Well, Michael Giacchino is he's a scorist.
Oh, okay.
He does the music.
Oh, that's right. He did the score for the Batman.
Yeah, it's Michael Giacchino. He directed it.
What? Oh, I heard about that. Never mind. I was like, now that you mentioned it, I was like, wait a minute.
We talked about this.
We did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Had a whole issue.
That's right.
I do. But Michael Giacchino is he's a huge like Ben Stoker's fan. That's why it has. That's why Werewolf by Night has that
vibe.
has a really solid vibe because he said he grew up with that kind of stuff.
So
And he'd be the perfect person
He
to
would.
start off with that.
who would you start off? What monster though?
To
Frankenstein.
get him?
Yeah, I would say Frankenstein.
I think Frankenstein or the Mummy.
Frankenstein into what is it called? Swamp Man.
Swamp Thing?
Swamp
Or no, Swamp.
Thing is
Man
DC.
Thing? Oh, that's Swamp Thing. DC.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because if you were gonna go with that would be the werewolf.
Mhm.
Which that'd be the werewolf or
The Wolf.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein into Dracula.
Ooh, you know what?
Dracula.
No, I would give him the Creature of the Black Lagoon because we've never seen a rendition.
Oh,
of
that would be sick.
Start off with Frankenstein, then
Yeah.
into the Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be pretty cool.
that
Then
one.
Dracula.
Oh, you know what? How come Universal has never done that? They never did another rendition of Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Because it's hard. Because doing stuff underwater is expensive.
What do you call it? Shape of Water.
That's what's his name? Guillermo del Toro money.
Yeah, you give that to him. Then.
But I mean, unless we're gonna have sex with it, I don't think it's gonna work.
I mean, there's a love interest in Creature of Black
That's
Lagoon.
true. That's true.
That's why it got the
Do
Oscar.
you think that's what he based it off of? He's like, oh,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Guillermo del
wouldn't be
Toro
surprised.
is like that. Nick, let's wrap this up. What did you think about Renfield?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I had a lot of fun. I think the most important thing is I had fun with it. I feel like if you are a fan of like old horror movies or black and white films, you're gonna have fun with it. If you like, not the best romantic movies, romantic.
It's
If you
not a
like-
date
if-
movie.
It's not. I wouldn't call it a date movie. I
mean, it's definitely you could take your significant other to go see it with because Mandy wants to see it because she loves Nicolas Cage. That's why.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
Nicolas
different.
Cage.
Yeah.
That's completely different.
Was Monica interested in this movie at all?
Not at all.
Really?
No,
Was it
she's-
because of Nick Cage?
It's because she doesn't know who Nick Cage is.
Really?
What?
That's why I haven't shown her.
What?
That's why I haven't shown her the
Our
unbearable
national
weight.
treasure, dude.
That's why I haven't shown her the unbearable weight of awesome talent.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Amazing.
because
Unbearable weight of-
I was gonna watch. I was gonna show it
One
to her the
with
other day.
Pedro
And then,
Pascal.
No, I know the unbearable weight of massive talent. I was
Yeah,
like, you said awesome talent. I'm like, it's
Well, it
massive.
is awesome talent.
it is awesome talent.
It's
I was gonna
amazing
show it to
talent.
her, and then I was like, "Have you seen any?" And then I started listing off movies. I was
Con
like, "Have you seen
Air,
Con Air? Have you
Face
seen
Off,
Face Off? Have you seen this
Snake
one?"
Eyes,
And then she was like, "I haven't seen any
Gone
of
in 60
those."
Seconds.
And then I went, "Well, I'm not going to show you this movie because I feel like you kind of need to watch those
Mhm.
and have an
To understand it.
understanding of Nick Cage movies, or else you're just not going to like this movie.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's
Like, you're just going to be very confused. You're going to be going, what in the world is
God,
going
all
on?"
this talk about Nick Cage. I want to see Con Air again. I want to watch
I
my
see Gone in
favorite.
60 seconds.
I want to watch my favorite Nick Cage movie is Con Air. I want to see that again. Just wanna
I
see
honestly want to watch The Rock.
that. Oh man, The Rock.
I want to watch
That's
The Rock.
another good one.
I want to watch The Rock.
His encounters with Sean Connery in that movie are just so great. His
Oh, yeah.
conversations.
I love it. Sean Connery and him are great.
Yeah.
They're such a weird buddy comedy.
It really is.
They're so
yeah.
weird. 007 and Nick Cage.
Yeah, and just Nick Cage as a sidekick. It's
So
Yeah.
great.
Can you pull up the messages so we can talk about the next topic?
Sure.
HBO Max. Sue. That is Renfield. But let's move on to our next topic.
Yeah.
Max.com. The new
that is,
website
that is really porno.
it is a very
It's
porno,
very
right?
porno.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
I just subscribed to Max.
Max.
Ew.
Max.com.
I got the premium unlimited. What? like of what?
I got the unlimited ads.
I don't know, but I'm paying
free.
$20 a month, man.
Ads free.
So I think it was earlier this week. They just dropped a whole lot of news.
Would you say they dropped a whole load?
A whole lot.
I would.
So, HBO basically just did this entire just dump of
Yeah, they
information.
dumped that.
They dumped it, of information
drunk.
and releases and teases about this new
Oh, they
streaming
teased,
service. Yeah,
don't
they stop.
I can't, man. Like, whatever you say, I'm going to do it. So be careful with your words.
So they basically already teased that. No, it's not a tease. This is an actual reveal.
Yeah. Well, they revealed it, yeah.
Whipped it out.
They just flat out just.
It is now Max.
Mhm.
No longer HBO Max, simply Max.
Mhm.
They released
Skin of
the
Max.
prices.
Yeah, my question is, do you think they're going to start phasing out the name HBO everywhere?
See, that's the thing is you don't want to do that because if you start to phase out HBO is cable legends. Like if you cannot talk about the history of cable
What?
without mentioning HBO.
What does HBO stand for again? It's like Home Broadcast.
Office.
No. Home.
No, it's Home Broadcast Office.
Is it Office?
Yes.
Because it would be HBN if it was a home broadcasting network.
HBO was one of the first cable networks. Home broadcasting
Home Box Office.
box.
Oh,
Box office.
That's
Home
what
box
it,
office.
That's right, because that's where it was HBO. That's where the movies are.
Yes, exactly. So if you start to phase out the name HBO, you're getting rid of history. You can't do that, especially with TV and film and stuff. You can't. I know, which is stupid.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier, like at the beginning of year 2.
Mhm.
We said that if HBO is trying to get rid of its name with this Warner Brothers Discovery merger,
Yeah.
right, and you're getting rid of HBO and just doing Max doesn't stand for anything. No one knows Max. Everyone knows Netflix.
No one knows Max.
Everyone knows
He's that
Hulu.
quiet kid in the corner that you don't want to talk to.
Max.
No, Max
there was a joke, but I'm not going to go in this direction. But no one.
Max is the kid in the cloak that comes in on a weird day.
Stop.
Why is it lowercase as well?
Oh, there's a reason
Why
for
is
that.
it lowercase?
Because you want to know why? Because Gen Zers.
Why? Because
Does
they
that
respond
mean-
better to lowercase?
It's because it's aesthetically pleasing.
What?
I don't know, dude. Look at Target. Target's new logos all logo's
that's
all lowercase,
right,
and
yeah.
Pepsi's new logo too. It's all lowercase too.
I don't like it.
Yeah, blame the Zers, dude. Blame the Zoomers. It's their fault. Dude, have you talked to a Zoomer? They don't
Yes.
talk English. They don't
No
speak
cap.
English.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing
No,
this
for
again.
real? they speak in memes.
I swear I will walk out.
Dude, I work with a couple Gen Zers,
Yeah.
and every time I talk to them, they'll go like, "What do you mean by that?" And I'm like, "Can you speak English for the love of God?
Yeah.
Like I don't need your memes.
Mhm.
I don't. I want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Shut up." Anyways, Max revealed.
You ever think that he just didn't understand you? Yeah, maybe. I mean, you don't make a lot of
Max
sense.
revealed price tiers.
Maybe you're not doing your job, right?
Max revealed price tiers.
Yes.
So I don't agree with this whole getting rid of HBO.
So mind you, if you guys don't know, HBO Max already offers two of these offers with ads. You pay $10.
Yes, or
And then
there's
with-
like a year price as well. that
And
goes with
then
it.
ad free is $15.99, which I pay right now.
Yeah.
But they decided to add on one extra thing for an extra $5, ultimate ad free, which is $19.99. And I've noticed that Peacock does the same thing.
So the reason as to why is because we're getting into this generation of streaming services now trying to offer 4K.
Yeah.
So if you want to stream 4K and have multiple devices able to stream Max,
Yeah.
right? You're going to have to pay that $20 tier.
Mhm.
Not only that, but the $15 tier only allows you to have 3 concurrent devices streaming the service. You have 30 downloads.
Yeah.
And you have, which is more than enough, I think. I don't
Yeah.
think you really need to download much more. And then you're able to get 1080p with surround sound audio, right? With the ultimate version, you're able to stream at 4K. You have 60 downloads instead of the 30. And I think you're able to stream off of 2 more devices and you get Dolby Atmos.
Well, okay. So this is what I picked up from how Peacock does it, and then HBO does this as well too. So when you play, okay, let's say you're gonna play The Last of Us. HBO puts in that little skip intro thing where it's like they're just offering all the HBO shows you can watch coming out soon. That's always there. That's technically HBO Max's ad.
Yes.
But you're paying for the traditional no ads.
But that's
So the ultimate ad free is basically it's going to start without that.
you heard this is just confirmed.
This is for because Peacock does the same thing. Peacock will throw an ad at you right before the movie or the show starts, and it's only a Peacock ad. It's not a commercial.
But not only that, but also I did notice that even with the ultimate, it still shows it to you, but it gives you the ability to skip it.
Yeah.
On the bottom it says, "Do you want to skip?"
Yeah,
Because Disney Plus does the same thing.
Disney Plus does the same thing.
This is my thing, right? This is kind of like what happened when plasma TVs were coming out. We're in that gap again, right? Because if you remember, we're not this old, but still, remember when we were all still running we were running CRT TVs and plasma TVs were the thing? Plasma TVs were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right? We were all
I
still
never
running
understood the reason of having a plasma TV.
Exactly. But we're in this gap right now where essentially we're looking at plasma TVs and going like, we can't afford this.
Yeah.
We couldn't, right? We're still enjoying our CRTVs, right? Right now, in our present day, all of us have some sort of 1440 resolution.
Yeah.
A 1440p TV
I have 18
or 1080, right? 1080.
I have a 4K TV.
Do you want to keep rubbing your ego, dude? No one asked.
Thank you for reminding me that I'm poor.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know. So everyone,
so glad I can remind you.
oh my God, the average user is running 1080p 1440, right? They don't have Dolby Atmos sound. They don't have any of this stuff, right?
No.
So I think that for services to offer the 4K streaming with the Dolby Atmos, sound service, I think those are for people that could afford it, like that.
But I do feel that home theaters are more common now. Yes, home theaters are a lot more common now because
they're trying to build them. A lot of people are.
But they
to
are.
be fair, home theaters had every chance to be built during COVID. Everyone was getting a check.
But the technology wasn't there.
No, but people were buying.
But it
TVs were
was-
selling like crazy.
I know,
Yeah,
but it was though because because for one they have the receivers now that can do Dolby Atmos perfectly fine.
That's true.
You also have the speakers, the recessed speakers that you can put inside of your own ceiling.
They've
and
made
do it.
where it's just you could just buy a strip
You
of
mean a soundbar?
soundbar.
Yeah, a stripper. I was like,
a strip of
stripper.
speaker. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
a soundbar.
That's not a service Candy provides. I'm just
That's not a service Max.com
Yeah,
can
that's not-
provide.
Yeah, no, it does.
Max doesn't
you guys
provide
don't
that
know
kinda-
yet.
it's not a service she provides.
Imagine
Yeah.
Max.com goes like, oh yeah, you just have to make sure that your stripper's qualified for
That would
Dolby.
be hilarious.
Stream
Oh my god. That,
Can you
that would be
just call it from here on out a
What?
stripper?
a stripper,
A soundbar.
a sound stripper.
dude, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
What about if that was a skit? That would be a really funny skit. If you call
not the
you call
stripper.
no, you call if you call over like a stripper and you're like, oh hey, the gutters need to get cleaned. You said it's whatever I want for an
It's whatever
hour.
I want. You're gonna get your money's worth.
So that's the thing, though. But talking about the
My
strippers,
toilet's clogged.
talking
You
about
want your money or not?
talking about
The
the
crapper's
strippers,
clogged.
talking about the strippers, the sound bar, right? A lot of people are buying them, but apparently they're not good. They're not, they're not.
Yeah.
Because companies are cutting corners.
Yeah.
To give you that experience, but the thing is that there is some experiences that are passable, and not only that, but also I know that some people don't know what they're listening for.
Yeah.
So Dolby Atmos might not be exactly the completely out of reach.
Good.
It sounds amazing, and it's
Wanna
really
go see the movie
awesome.
in Dolby?
Like okay,
Yeah.
like in my garage, like the sound moves throughout the room.
Dude, you have 3 TVs in that garage little area.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck, dude?
I don't know which TV to watch from.
I'm just
honestly.
like, do you want to watch it this way? Do you want to watch it that way?
Well,
Jesus Christ,
'cause
man.
we do it like that so you can watch 3 different things at once.
No, but you only watch one thing. Like,
No, because the Xbox and the PlayStation connect.
well, yeah, but we don't. To be fair, we use that room just to watch a movie.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I know. And so we put on all 3 TVs.
Why don't we
Just
do a
don't-
marathon? We just put Avengers 1, Avengers 2,
Just do it,
and
Avengers-
Infinity War on one TV.
And just have them race.
play them at the same. Yeah, play them at the same time.
Endgame, Infinity War.
Just
There you go.
have them race to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we do have to get to the stuff that was announced for Max, right? But basically, the prices are staying the same. Here's the reason I don't like them phasing out HBO.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that they announced doesn't have that HBO original tag.
Yeah.
If you're trying to appeal to the new generation, a lot of them aren't going to know HBO. Fine. That's understandable, right?
It's all old.
But I don't think we're there yet because a lot of Zoomers aren't paying for their services.
You're just afraid for everyone to say, "Yeah, I watched it on Max." You really mean HBO? Like, you don't want that conversation.
don't.
And you're like,
Max.com.
back in my day, it was called HBO. Like, you don't want that conversation.
Dude, I
That's
already
why-
had that.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like my dad when he calls Costco Price Club. Or when my mom calls Big Lots Pick and Save.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Dang. I'm gonna go to the Pick and Save. You mean Big Lots? Yeah.
My dad kept on going like, I'm going to go to Price Club today. What do you want? And I'm like, oh, you mean Costco?
Back
He
when
goes,
CVS was Save On?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dang.
We're not old, dude. I'm turning 30 this year. I'm not there.
I see the grays.
Shut up, dude.
They're in the beard.
Shut your freaking mouth,
They
dude.
kind of are. It's weird.
Stop.
Okay.
Jeez, where's my stress out right now? Where am I?
Where are you at?
Dead.
It's still
Yellow?
orange.
Still orange.
Still orange, dude.
What the heck?
All right, so can you pull up the stuff that I put on the messenger?
I did. I put it all in the tabs.
Okay, cool. So what was announced?
The Symphonizer. Starry. I don't know. This is what you put
That's
on.
called Sympathizer.
Sympathizer.
Sympathizer with. I know there was a name on there that
Robert
was,
Downey Jr. and Sandra Oh.
which is how are they advertising that as a Max original?
Yeah, on Max.
Yeah.
Released
on
2024
Max.
on Max.
Someone said cinema.
Max what? Like it makes no sense. It's stupid.
No, on Max.
It's
We're-
stupid.
We're not there
It's
yet.
stu-
It says releases 2024. We're still in 2023, Brian.
but it's
All
Max.
right?
It releases
By that
on
time,
Max.
we're gonna call it Max. Okay.
That's so
the whole
stupid.
world will call it Max. Okay. Did you see the
Max
latest
is a
episode?
dog's name,
Did
dude.
you see season 2 of Last of Us? Yeah,
It's on Max.
It's on Max now. Like,
Dude, I'm just saying, Max got the hookup.
yeah.
What's some other stuff that was announced?
Let's see. Gremlins: Secret Society of the Mogwai. Really?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? And it's an
It's
It's an
animated.
animated. Oh, it's not even good animation.
Here's the thing. I don't remember Gremlins being a kids movie, even though it was
It's a kids
produced by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, it's a kids movie.
It's kind of creepy,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Mogwai.
I don't think a kid would
Ooh,
look
Gizmo
at,
looks a little derp.
dude. It's like my dog.
It's Gizmo.
Kids.
Inspired by the iconic film.
I still have to show Andy Gremlins.
This is okay. So we're gonna go we're really gonna explain how Mogwais became Mogwais. I
yeah,
guess?
basically. Yeah, it's a Max original.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it's a series. I thought it was a movie. Never
No,
mind.
it's a
Yeah.
series.
I'm not gonna tune into that, to be honest.
But it's announced. It's interesting. Sure, I don't know how Gremlins
first
is
look
thing.
at Rick and Morty, the anime.
Yeah, they're making an anime.
That's not a that's not a troll post. Is
No,
it?
it's not. It's for real. I don't understand that. Another Max original.
Okay.
That's gonna be weird too because Justin Roiland's not gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, the Penguin series. That
was
teaser.
sick.
That teaser looked kind of dope.
Dude, the production teaser
Mm-hmm.
looks sexy, dude.
It does.
It's so good. It just looks so good.
It prequel. Welcome to Derry. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked the It series. That was good.
Another Max original.
Turn on notifications. Seen that?
The Big Bang Theory. It's a spinoff from what?
The Big Bang Theory.
You mean spinoff from Young Sheldon?
No, it's a Big Bang Theory spinoff.
Is that the show called? That's the name? Big Bang Theory spinoff.
That's the thing. I
The
don't
bigger
understand-
bang.
Look,
The bigger bang.
the biggest bang.
The biggest bang, biggest theory. Like
The biggest bang only on Max.com.
no, the Big Bang theories. That's it. Just make it plural.
Okay, can someone explain to me? I enjoyed the Big Bang Theory. I know a lot of
Okay.
people don't.
I recently finished rewatching the Big Bang Theory.
All of it.
Yes, from beginning to the end.
It's not bad.
The ending is okay.
Yeah.
The way they did it to kind of like wrap it up.
Yeah,
You could tell that they didn't have an original idea for the ending.
yeah,
But it was like, okay, this is where we're at. Let's just close it out from here.
yeah.
And
I feel like that was a big thing in the aughts, where like sitcoms didn't know how to finish.
Friends knew how to finish.
But in the
How did that
aughts,
finish?
like
Well, if you
They
go
all
on
moved
Max.com, it'll show you how to finish.
oh, that's true. I feel like I mean,
Got one in there.
as long as it's on Brian's face.
Oh my god, dude!
I want
This
to
is
see
why we
him
need an HR
glisten.
department, dude.
I wanna
This is why
see
we
him
need
glisten.
This is why we need an HR department.
But yeah, no bigger. Which one? The
Bigger bang.
the bigger bang.
the Big Bang on Max.
Yeah, the bigger bang.
What about the Bigger Bang?
Yeah.
The bigger bang. I mean, I was never really into Big Bang Theory. So.
I mean, there's a lot of people that weren't, but I just don't understand why we need another spinoff.
I don't think we do, but I mean, I don't know. It's just
You know what? Monica told me she was watching an episode when I walked into her apartment the other day, and then she goes, "You know what, babe? I watched this show and it reminds me of you." And I went, "Don't you ever insult me that way?" I go, "Don't you ever insult me that
That's
way?"
what Andy said.
No,
When
I
she
swear to
first started
God.
watching it, she's just like, "It reminds me of you." I'm like,
I will leave.
listen.
I can only take so much insults in my life.
I'm not this
They're
incel. All right,
acting.
you relax.
We went through it.
Yeah.
We were actually bullied.
Mhm.
All
I don't know about this incel, but he's
Hey, man.
Talking about what's his name?
Sheldon.
Not Sheldon. Howard.
Listen, all of them are pathetic. So,
You know, that's the thing is that the way they write the characters on the show,
It's generic nerd.
no, it's just terrible like
It's
progression because they write Raj pretty good in the middle, but then when it starts teetering and it starts mainly focusing on like the core
couples?
three, no, not even the couples, even the core three right here. When it's mostly focuses on them in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
also, why is it that only the white dudes got a girl and Raj was just stuck with whatever was
and-
left?
No, Raj never got a girl at the end.
Yeah.
He had the potential to have a girlfriend, and they just wrote her off.
Because it was an arranged marriage, I think is what it was.
Yeah, and then it was.
Do you know how funny that is?
Yeah.
Hold on. This awkward group stuck in an awkward situation like an arranged marriage. You know how hilarious that thing?
Well, the thing
Sure.
is too is that he gets over his fear of talking to women.
Yes.
They write that in, and it's a great development, but that never goes anywhere.
So how interesting would it be if they do the spinoff on Raj?
I would love that because he didn't. He got done dirty at the end of the series. They never say that. Oh yeah, he's gonna go on a date or he's gonna.
My fear is that you have the Joey syndrome,
Mm.
which is like you guys are familiar with the show Joey, right?
Yo, yeah.
Oh, friends going into Joey? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird, right? Because they
Mhm.
tried to do a spinoff on Joey, because Joey ended up the same way. Joey is basically Raj.
He moves to Hollywood, right?
Well,
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Joey has in the group, Joey is the least flushed out.
He had potential with a lot of different romances.
He stays the same throughout the entire. Like he never
Yes,
has
that
that.
That's true.
He
Yeah.
never has a character development of
Yeah.
like he's always the same character.
The problem is now, how do you do a spinoff with Raj? Because if you move him in with a new different group of friends, it makes no sense. Because I think they said that it was a continuation. It's not a prequel like Young Sheldon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So then
Maybe don't.
maybe I don't
So
know, that's the thing.
so it's
Correct me if
it's
I'm
like
wrong.
it's like Cheers. It's like Frasier going from Cheers.
Yeah, I think is what they're trying to do.
Okay, well, I mean that could work.
I wouldn't mind if they did a female Big Bang Theory. I wouldn't mind that either because you have
Max.com.
Backs.com, yeah. But the three women in here are really good together.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like though is that they kept unnecessarily teasing the whole group of guys that are nerds.
Yeah.
Everything they would nerd out on, they're like, I can't believe I'm with him, or I'm stuck with him and stuff. I'm like, really? So you're not gonna act and progress these characters and like, oh, I understand why you like this.
Yeah.
I love that you enjoy this so much.
Because that's not real life.
That's
Yeah.
not real life
Yeah.
because that's not how I have it with my partner.
Or mine.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, Andy kind of like progressed into the fact of like, oh yeah, he's really nerdy, and she
Yeah.
started to like understand.
And she's part of your world now.
Yeah.
And then you're vice versa as well too. You
Mhm.
understand her likes and stuff.
Yeah.
They did that with the guys. They understood why they like the stuff they like. The girls never did.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember having that joke when I was in high school
Yeah.
where it was like, you ever look at him and just go, wow, I'm with that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the entirety of Big Bang Theory.
It's funny at a first moment at the first time you throw that joke in.
But
it's
once they're
funny.
married and
Yeah.
planning on having kids,
They've been together for years.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also it's really weird too because they make fun of the guys
Mm-hmm.
and the girls are nerdy about other stuff and the guys never make a comment about it.
If what's her name, Kaylee?
Kuko?
If she is a producer for this spinoff,
Mhm.
I'm on board because she's gotten real nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? Oh my god, it's so funny. Have you seen Kaylee Cuoco when she's on the Bert Kreischer The Cabin?
No.
No.
It's hilarious.
Mhm.
She's on and she's with like a bunch of different other comedians,
Mhm.
and the other two comedians are like from like the hood, and they're just and she's like, oh yeah, like you know who I am, right? And they were like, she's like, I have no idea who you are. She's like, I was on the Big Bang Theory, and she goes, the big what? She's like, it was a TV show on NBC.
Mhm.
It ran for like 9 seasons, and then
10
she's like,
seasons.
yeah, and she goes, yeah, sweetheart, I have no idea who you are.
That's funny.
And
What's
she
it
goes,
called? What, the Cabin?
yeah, it's Bert Kreischer's The Cabin.
Is it a YouTube series?
No, it's an actual Netflix series.
Oh, okay.
It's a Netflix series where it's Bert Kreischer has basically he's exhausted. He hasn't slept and he hasn't gotten a good night's sleep in months. So he rents out a cabin and decides to just figure out ways of meditating.
Oh, okay.
So like
check it out.
it's really hilarious because like him, Ari Shaffir, and Bobby Lee, they all try shock
I
therapy.
love Bobby Lee.
They
dude.
do ice bath like from Siberia. They have like this ice bath therapy.
Oh, kind of like what Kevin Hart does on his was it Cola's balls?
Yeah, but the idea is that you're supposed to what was it? It's like kind of like running a train.
Mhm.
But what you do is you jump into an ice bath and you stay in there for like 30 seconds, and then as soon as you jump out, you jump on top of like a sauna thing. They whip you with
Oh my god.
with palm leaves.
Oh.
With the palm leaves, and then you're supposed to run into a sauna. So these morons are running back and forth into this like it's
Why do I
hilarious.
feel like I've heard of this?
It's so funny.
I gotta check it out.
Move on to the next tab. What else have they announced? Turn on notifications again. Yeah. The Game of Thrones thing. Yeah.
A
there you
Knight
go.
of the Seven Kingdoms, the Hedge
Who
Knight.
cares? Moving
It's,
on.
Dunkin' Egg.
Yeah. Well, Game of Thrones. And
What? How did we spend so much time with Big Bang Theory and we didn't go on Game of Thrones?
who cares, dude?
A lot of people do. Do you know how many people are on Game of Thrones?
You got 2 minutes.
I
You
think
got 2
just-
minutes.
okay, I will say my thoughts.
you
really quick on
understand
this.
that you're in the minority that you don't like Game of Thrones. You know that, right?
No.
You were in the minority of the
I
world.
tried. I couldn't do it.
It's because you just don't know
too
good writing.
hard to not try hard.
Yeah. You heard everybody like Game of Thrones and you were like, oh,
It's
like
the same
Game
thing
of
with Breaking
Thrones.
Bad. Never
Yeah.
seen Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
dude, okay,
Yeah.
you got to give Breaking Bad a chance.
I do.
It's what you, as a cinematography person, would love that movie, love that show. You were like, oh, dude, the episode, blah blah blah, beautiful camera work. Like
I
the
know-
shots
I-
are amazing, guys.
I already know what episode would be his favorite.
Which one?
The Fly.
You know
Yeah!
The Fly would be his favorite
You know
episode.
what really turned me off from watching Breaking Bad?
Which one?
It was like a couple years ago. It was when I was like gushing over the first season of Westworld. Someone comes up to me and they say, I forget who this was, but I remember I was told this and it never left my mind. They're like, dude, if you like the cinematography for Westworld, you'll love Breaking Bad. It'll be so much better. And I was just like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no.
Yeah, you're already balls deep in Westworld.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you don't insult,
you
you don't insult my love like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't know what reality was. Okay.
I hate you, dude. I hate you.
So anyway, so for this Game of Thrones one, it's going to be 90 years before the actual series.
Why another
It
prequel?
takes place
I agree with you.
during
there.
during this one. It's following The Adventures of Duncan Egg. So it's Aegon the Third, and
Does it
as
sound
when
like
he's a
a-
kid.
It sounds like an Easter candy company.
Yeah. Dunkin' Eggs.
Well,
Dunkin'
it's
Eggs.
okay. So you remember Grant? You remember the maester that was in the Wall?
Yeah.
He was a Targaryen.
Yeah.
This is his brother.
That's
remember-
right.
Cool.
He
When
talks
he- remember-
about the stories of his brother.
And
Yeah.
and remember at the very end, he says egg.
Yeah.
That's the stories of Duncan Egg. So you're gonna be following Maester Pycelle when he's young, and you're gonna be following his
Oh.
brother and them.
That's not okay. Honestly, that's not bad, but I don't want to side by side House of Dragons and then Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
Well,
I don't want to do that side by side.
But the thing is that those stories are a lot funnier, and they're a lot more about like tourneys and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it is a total difference. Not only that,
Better
but
Call Saul for Game of Thrones, like
kind of, yeah.
really.
It's a little funnier. Not only that, but also it takes place during all this, but it's also the climb of what was it of the Mad King and everything else. So you kind of like see all these people as like young,
Oh, you know what?
as like teenagers.
That kind of makes sense then of them going that route, then leading up to the Mad King in House of Dragons.
Well, in House of Dragons, you would never get to the Mad King.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So in this one, it's 90 years beforehand. So it's like 2 generations before the Mad King. So you would see, like, okay, remember when they were talking about that one guy that one of the kings that wanted to become a dragon, so he drank dragon fire.
Oh, yeah.
That's during this time.
Okay.
Cool. Are we done? Took a little nap.
So we just
I don't-
reached all of our time, guys.
You know,
This
you
is the end
actually,
of the
you
show.
actually, you actually do frustrate me. Of like, we actually do need to talk about this for like the thing, and you just don't.
Dude, I don't watch Game of Thrones. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
I'll literally be stale bread here. Like, who cares? I tried watching Game of Thrones.
You already are.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, thanks, dude.
Okay.
Thanks.
I
Thanks
just
for
wanna
that.
let you know.
You're boring.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, dude. Shut your mouth.
You're basic.
Shut up.
So moving on from Game of Thrones, DC has already cast their Creature Commandos.
This was released by James Gunn.
Yes.
Same day as all the Max information.
which
Yes.
I am so pleased with this whole cast.
Yes, Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr.
He's
Yes.
Crossbones in
Yes.
Marvel.
He's like, James
which-
Gunn is like, I'm gonna take all those Marvel
did you-
characters you guys did dirty. I'm gonna make them
Did you,
great.
yeah, did you see his post where he was like, yeah, I was actually really disappointed what they did with Crossbones.
So the post is misleading because he said that he is very disappointed with what Marvel tried to do with
He
Crossbones.
respects what they did. He expects a creative vision, but he wanted Crossbones to be a bigger character.
Yes.
and he could have been.
And he
And-
said that he'll gladly join if they if they call him back,
he would do it again.
but like to have a little more respect for
Mhm.
what the character Crossbones does.
Because
like,
Frank
in the
Grillo
story.
is a great actor.
He is.
He's really
Well, it's
good.
kind of hard when he's like blown up to a million pieces.
Basically crushed by a building and dead. Yeah.
Keep going.
So yeah, we got Rick Flag.
Which is okay. Hold on, Rick Flag Sr. If you guys don't know, obviously that is Rick Flag's father, and we had Rick Flag died in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. This is
Especially
why
since
I
he's
like
in charge
this.
of the Creature Commandos.
Yeah. So he's older and stuff. And they got David Arbor as Eric Frankenstein, which
He's
again,
so
we
cool.
love David Arbor with a passion in this
I
podcast.
love
and then
David Arbor.
No,
And then our-
you love David
I
Arbor.
love David Arbor, and then
I
significant
like-
others
I
love
love
David
David
Arbor.
Arbor.
Yeah.
But Mandy.
Oh god. I told her, so I texted her this, and then she goes, "What's this?" And I'm like, "This is going to be the new DC like
Lineup.
Suicide Squad, you know, the Suicide Squad of the Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos." She goes, oh, "That's hot." She's like, "Yeah."
David Arbor is a great choice.
Uh-huh.
And then we have,
Adira Varma,
who is
as
you
the
guys
bride.
don't know from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she was one of the
Don't
Vipers.
okay.
I'm kidding. Go on.
Yeah, you're an
Jesus
idiot.
Christ.
She's playing
Shut
the
your mouth.
bride.
You're only getting testy because it's true.
Okay, this is the one that I think we're all gonna like
Alan Tudyk.
as Dr. Foster.
Yep. Yup.
You know what?
Talented man.
He was already a villain inside of
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol,
Yeah.
and he was amazing at it.
You know what's funny?
As
DC
Mr.
loves
Nobody.
to use Alan Tudyk.
Everybody loves
Why,
to use Alan
dude?
Tudyk.
Yeah,
Alan
'cause he
Tudyk
was-
in anything.
Yeah, he voiced a lot of characters in Young Justice and in animated shows, and then he was
Here's the
also-
thing. Alan
And Star Wars
Tudyk.
too.
Star Wars,
He's
yeah.
Alan Tudyk is the man that you know will be like the moment you see him in
He's
credits,
gonna knock it.
he's just gonna knock it out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
He was the rooster in Moana.
Yeah.
Great.
well, Alan Tudyk is such a.
He was also the book in Disenchanted.
Yeah, he's such a creative character, and not only that, but also even in these characters where he doesn't have, because if he's phosphorus, that means he's not gonna have a face. So he's a great
Voice,
physical
yeah.
performance with a voice, because even as Mr. Nobody, where he would only be like an eye.
Oh, an eye or a mouth.
Yeah, like an
Why-
eye or a mouth. He was so intimidating.
I've never
it was
seen
really
any
cool.
behind the scenes of him performing.
What do you mean?
Like any behind the scenes of him performing, like voice acting, or even like body cam footage of him. Like,
Yeah, they have it on Rogue One.
do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the Rogue One one, it's pretty good.
He also voiced the quote unquote bad guy in Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was point exactly. You know the scene in Rogue One where he slaps Cassian.
Yeah.
That Alan Tudyk made that up. That wasn't supposed to be in the shot. That's why when you see him slap Diego Luna, he starts laughing.
Yeah, he was thrown off by that.
Yeah, he was thrown off, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And he was like, he was about to laugh, and he realized, "Don't break the cut. Like, don't mess it up," because you could see him grin, and like he kind of covers his face.
I gotta rewatch that.
It's a great movie.
We gotta move on because we are running out of time.
All right, so then we have Maria. Can you pronounce her last name for me?
Bokalova.
Bokalova as the princess. Oh no, I don't want to butcher.
Elena Rostovic.
Rostovic.
Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We don't know that character.
And then Sean
honestly.
Gunn as both GI Robot and Weasel.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. Good to
I
see
love
him
how
back.
he gives Sean Gunn James will give his brother like an extra like.
Who's the
role.
older one?
I want to say it's James. 'Cause
James-
he's all gray.
James is
now.
older, right?
Yeah.
James is the oldest.
Dude.
That's his little brother.
James, doesn't matter if he's all grayed out. The guy's a silver wolf, dude. Freaking
Oh, yeah, he
still
looks
good looking
good.
guy.
It's all,
Still a
like,
good looking
all
guy.
white, yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Chow as was it Nina?
Nina Mazursky.
Which I don't know. I've never seen that character
It's
before.
like it's kind of like the fishman from Hellboy.
Yeah, well, that's
Gotcha.
what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Stephen H is returning as John
John
Economos.
That's great.
Which he's a great character.
He's-
I love if they're gonna utilize him more in the whole DC universe fan. I'm happy.
Yeah,
I think he's
a
gonna
good
be
comic
our that pops in everywhere that
Yeah.
kind of connects everybody.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. He's our Coulson. He's DC's Coulson.
I would be so happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
DC's Coulson. He's
And then
the
we
thing
see
that
him just like
brings
react to everything in his computer, like "Holy crap!" Like he's like, "The Justice League just showed up."
Justice League just killed that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so we do have to wrap up this issue of Keeping Up with the Nerds. Only time will tell. We'll see what happens with Max.com.
Yes.
I think that's what we got to call from here on out.
No, it's Max.com. Yeah.
Did you see?
Did you keep your subscription to Max?
To Max.com. I wonder how it shows
Max.com.
up on credit card statements.
Did you know do you know that Aquaman's movie is on Max.com?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when he's having sex with a fish. This is a sex tape.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining us
Amber
here
Heard
at
is
Keeping Up
not
with
happy.
Stop. For joining us here at issue 144 of Keeping Up with the Nerds. Don't forget to check out our website at keepingupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Keeping Up with the Nerds. Also, check out our audio platforms, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review if you guys like what you heard here. With that said, are we ready to wrap up this issue?
Let's do it.
Perfect. This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 144. My name is Bryan,
Rene.
signing out from Undercity Comics. We'll see you all next time.